to another video. So today we're back here for another speed build, and today's one is going to be a collab with Sim Alien. So today we're going to go ahead and build this futuristic modern mansion, and if you want to go ahead and download it for yourself, it is up on the gallery now. My origin ID is Real Thomas TV1. So like I said, I'm collabing with Sim Alien today. She is another Sims 4 builder here in the community, and she makes some amazing creations. I actually haven't been following Bianca's YouTube channel and Instagram for a very long time, probably just in the last couple of months, and I was just absolutely blown away by her builds. So I asked her a little while ago if she would be up for a collab, because I really wanted to furnish one of her amazing builds, and that's what we're doing today. So if you want to go ahead and see part 1 of this build, because Bianca went ahead and built the exterior, it is up on her channel, and I'll leave a link down below to that. And like I said, this is part 2 where we are decorating the interior. So she did such an amazing job on the exterior of this build, and when we kind of decided on the theme to be like futuristic and modern, I really didn't know what to expect, but this wasn't what I was expecting, but in a very good way. I just absolutely love how it turned out. So this is built on a 64 by 64 lot in I said Broughton Bay, in Del Sol Valley, and it's in the pinnacles, at the top. So this came in at 314,747 simoleons, and it has 4 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms. Now I know some people may not class this as a mansion for having 4 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms. Sometimes I decide on mansion by the lot size, so 64 by 64 or 50 by 50. And then sometimes I class a mansion by sort of how many bedrooms and bathrooms there are. So today we kind of decided on mansion because of the lot size. So you could probably fit a couple of more bedrooms and bathrooms in, because some of the rooms are fairly big actually. So if you want some more bedrooms or bathrooms, then you could do that by rearranging a few of the things on the interior. And for today we did use quite a lot of packs. There's actually 21 packs used in total. Now, as you know, if you're a regular viewer of my channel, you know that I do try to restrict my pack usage as much as possible. And sometimes I kind of feel a little bit restricted sometimes, because I know I like to do that to help you when you come to download it if you don't have all the packs. But then again, sometimes it is nice to kind of go a little bit crazy with the packs, because there's lots of items that I don't really use a lot of the time, and there's even some packs where I just try to avoid it completely, because I know not a lot of people have them, like My First Pet stuff and some other ones as well. So it was nice today to kind of just not really think about the pack usage and just kind of go all out on it, because Bianca did use quite a few packs for the exterior, and I was like, you know what, there's no point me trying to restrict the packs if a lot of them are being used on the exterior. So it was a very nice change to use some more packs today and do some slightly different things in terms of furnishing. So talking about the furnishing style, as I said, this is a futuristic / modern build, and sometimes when I think of futuristic, I think of like space and aliens and things like that for some reason. So this isn't really a build like that. It's definitely more of a build that kind of focuses on the modern side of things and kind of having some aspects of being ultra modern, and that's kind of where the future side of it comes into. So it was kind of nice as well, because as you know, I do love to do modern builds. I do struggle a lot with the exteriors of them, but I do love kind of updated modern style interiors, so it's nice to do this build as well. And I'm actually really happy how this interior turned out. There's a lot of bedrooms which I kind of did a lot of different things with than I normally would, so you'll see that a little bit later. This interior didn't take me that long to do either, so this video isn't on the longer side or anything. But before we go any further talking more about the build, just in case you're coming over from Sim Alien's channel today and you're new here, my name's Thomas, and on my channel here we do a lot of different Sims 4 speed builds mainly. I do some other Sims 4 content every now and again, and I try to do 3 videos a week. And in terms of the speed builds, I do have a few different things I do. So normally today on a Sunday I like to do a mansion build. That's kind of the main thing I do in The Sims, which I really love doing. So normally every Sunday, there may be once in a while where I don't manage to get one up, but normally every Sunday is for a mansion build. And then on Wednesdays and Fridays are kind of just other types of speed builds that I feel like doing. I do also do a lot of real Sims builds, which I've started doing recently. So I find a house plan or some sort of floor plan of a home and then try to recreate it in The Sims 4. So that's another thing I do quite a lot. So yeah, make sure you subscribe to stay tuned for all of that. And like I said, if you're from my channel and you haven't heard of Sim Alien, then also make sure you go ahead and check out her channel as well for all of her other amazing speed builds. And as you may know, she actually does a lot of sort of stop motion style videos, which I don't do ever because I just can't do it. I find it too challenging for me to do. I have tried it in the past, but it just kind of gives me a headache trying to work out how to do those type of videos, but she does them really well. So it's really interesting as well to watch those type of videos, because it's just a little bit of a different way to see a house being made in The Sims 4, because I suppose this way that I'm doing the build here, like you see on screen, is a normal way, kind of speeding up the footage, but kind of doing it in a stop motion style is really interesting to watch. So this is one of the bedrooms here. Like I said, there are 4 of them, and as you may know, if you, well, just in case you're new here today, a lot of my builds that I do, I don't really tend to do them very personalised. So, you know, once in a while I will have like a family in mind or something, and I'll make a house sort of personalised to them. But most of the time, I do just try to keep things sort of neutral in my builds. You know, that I still include colour and stuff, but not really making a specific room for, you know, say a sim that's really interested in music and art or anything like that. I do try to keep things fairly simple, so it's easy for you to take any family you have and put it into one of my builds. But like I said, you know, sometimes it's nice to switch things up a bit. But, you know, for the most part, I do keep things fairly sort of neutral in my build. So that's what I did here today, but I do really love how it turned out. I'm not really too sure what type of family would live here, because it's a very interesting style of build. I don't know if this would be a family home or another type of kind of family living here. I'm not really too sure. Leave any thoughts you have about that in the comment section, as I'd love to hear what type of family you think would live in this home. So this room is kind of a bit open plan, kind of like a studio style, and I really love the windows as well. That kind of makes me think of that. So as you can see there, I was putting some ivy on the back of the bed, and I know that's a really random thing to do. I was just trying to think of something different I could do, and that kind of was in the menu as I was looking at it. It was like, let's use that. So that's the kind of lattice ivy from Get Together, I think it is. If you don't like it, of course, feel free to remove it. I just thought it looked a little bit different, and you know, just something different that I don't always do. So this is another one of the bedrooms here, and this is kind of like not in the basement, but it kind of goes down a couple of floors, and I really love this one as well. Now what I actually did was, as you can see, I used red quite a lot in this build as a feature colour, or like a bit of difference, because as I said, most of the home is neutral, so I used red as a pop-out colour, because Bianca did use some red on the exterior, like in the fence, had some red in it, like around the porch areas, so I kind of used that as the pop-out colour for the interior as well. So as you can see, we're using it in this bedroom here. There is actually some other colours as well, which you'll see later in one of the other bedrooms, but I do really love that one. And as you saw there, I did use that Moschino stuff wallpaper, which I really love, and I'm also using a different variation of it here as well, which I don't always use. And this bedroom here, I really love, because as you can see, I'm using the fish tank sort of window thing behind the bed. Now, I used to do this a lot in my builds, but then it kind of became a little bit too much, so I stopped doing it. But it's basically where you take a fish tank and gamer, using the ones from Spa Day here. I put two of them and kind of enclose it in a room, and then use just these base game windows, as you can see there, and just adjust them so you can kind of see the fish tank through it. It's just quite interesting to look at, and it's something a little bit different for me anyways, and it also has a bit of a modern, and I suppose a little bit of a futuristic theme to it as well, so I went ahead and used that here today. And here's one of the bathrooms as well. In my speed builds, I don't show you all the bathrooms, because what I prefer to do is keep all the bathrooms the same, so I use the same wall coverings and flooring tiles in all the bathrooms in a home, and I just think it's a little bit more realistic that way, I think, because at least in my house, all the bathrooms have the same, you know, furniture and colours and stuff going on with them, so I tend to do that a lot in The Sims as well. So although it makes it, you know, a little bit more realistic, it is slightly boring, so I don't always show all the bathrooms in the speed build footage. So this is one of the other bedrooms here. I think this is the last one actually, and this one's probably my favourite one, I would say. So I didn't go for red here, I did use green as the feature colour in this room, and I think it looks really nice actually. And I think this room also has a patio on the exterior, because Bianca did also go ahead and decorate like the outdoor furnishing as well, and it is like a really nice sort of secluded patio area out there, and that leads on from this bedroom, so that's nice. So I suppose this could be the master room. It does also have an ensuite bathroom, which is nice as well. I did also go ahead and use those wardrobes from Get Together. I don't always use those, but I did have a bit of extra space there around where the stairs were, so I thought I'd go ahead and make use of that space and put the wardrobes in there. And because this room is fairly big, I did also go ahead and put a seating area here, as you can see, with a nice big TV. There's a games console there as well, so it's a very nice room in here, I would say. So we'll be heading on to the screenshots in just a minute's time or so. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap the voiceover up here. I really hope you enjoyed. In the comment section down below, let me know about what you thought of this build. Once again, make sure you go ahead and check out Bianca's channel, so you can go ahead and see her other amazing stop motion speed builds, as well as part 1 of this build. This build here with the interior fully furnished will be up on my gallery. My origin ID is RealThomasTV1, and there will also be a link down below to the online gallery if you want to go ahead and download the build that way. So thanks for watching, leave a like, share and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!